How did you know this?
I didn't know at all. I found that it actually gave a language to
Don John Martello objectifies everything in his life, his apartment, his car, his family, his church, and of course, women. Yet even the hottest one-nighters can't compare to the transcendent bliss he achieves alone in front of his computer. What writer, what director, what actor could come up with something like this? 3 names fill that bill. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think we all know people like this, and I think we all have a little bit of him inside of us. You know, but look, he's a guy who turns everything in his life into a thing, into an object for his consumption. He's not really connecting with anything, whether it's, you know, girls or his friends or his family or even, you know, his own self. Everything is sort of an object that needs to fit into a specific mold. And I think we all have that tendency because it's easier. It's easier to go through life being like, this is how it's supposed to be, so it must be that way. It's easier to do that than really paying attention and be like, okay, this is a unique moment in time. What's really going on here? That's harder.
There's only a few things I really care about in life. My body, my pad, my ride, my family, my church, my boys, my girls, and my porn. My body, my pad, my ride, my family, my church, my boys, my girls, my porn. Body, pad, ride, family, church, boys, girl.
That's her?
That's definitely her.
She's a dime.
Oh, this girl's more than a dime for all.
Oh my God, were you in love with this girl already?
Sure, I've seen this girl.
Oh my God, what's her name? What's her name?
And of course, he had an addiction to porn, or just as, I think, as important as you have said, he couldn't connect to people. So that was, you know, that made him feel better about everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Scarlett Johansson character, who was absolutely brilliant, the gum, the nails, you know, she was addicted to love stories, to happy endings that aren't even real either. Then you brought in the Catholic Church and this confessions and the priests. He was, you know, he wasn't really listening or had a connection to you either.
No, that's a really good point. I'm glad you bring that up because it's set up to be a parallel, that this is just a one-way street. There's no actual connection going on between John and his priest, just like there's no real connection going on between John and Barbara, who Scarlett plays, and just like there's no connection going on between John and the women that he watches in pornography
and
videos.
His family. I mean, everything.
Same
there
thing
was
with his
nothing.
family. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, I'm glad you're seeing it because that's exactly how I wanted it to be, is that you could see that all these facets of his life are big disconnects.
You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
You like movies?
I don't watch too many movies. The pretty woman, the pretty man, and they drive off into the sunset. Everyone knows it's fake,
I love movies like that, you know?
great, but they watch it like it's real life.
Baby,
What are you doing?
I was just reading emails.
No, you weren't.
Could this movie have been made without being an R rating?
Not this movie, no. And that's why, you know, we made this movie independently. It was picked up by Relativity Media, who's distributing
Smart.
it and giving it a wide release. But we made it for really low money. I mean, really low money. This movie had roughly half the budget, a little bit less, of 500 Days of Summer.
Which was a little movie.
Which was a little movie. So the reason we did it for little money was so that I could have total creative control, and I did. I made the movie exactly as I wanted to make it. I didn't have to listen to anybody. And I knew that was important because when you just read it before you see it, because a script is not a work of literature, a script is just a plan for a movie. When you read it, it seems risky if you're a business person. You're like, oh, I don't know, is this gonna work? Blah, blah, blah. So I knew I couldn't make it at a a higher budget at a big company with, you know, business people in charge and overseeing it. I had to make it just small, and that's what we did.
So, there's only a few things I really care about in life.
I don't know if I really want a wife and kids.
Oh,
You look what you did.
I look like a grandmother, but do I have any grandchildren?
If you want to lose yourself, you have to lose yourself in another person. It's a two-way thing. I thought you were different.
And maybe it's time to try something new.
Now, did you want this to actually be Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Don John?
Yeah, that was the original title. They made me cut that part out. No.
Not only multi-talented, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a truly good guy. So look for Don John in your real-time theater.